Welcome to episode 723, John Fredriksen, Tanker King from Norway. This episode consists of two parts. Part 1, the biography of Fredriksen. Part 2, the 5 lessons of Fredriksen. There are 3 reasons we study John Fredriksen. First, he was the richest man in Norway until he changed citizenship to Cyprus in 2006. Second, he started working as a welder when he was 16. He never had much formal education. Third, now at age 75, he had survived bankruptcy and many rebirths. Let us meet John Fredriksen.
There's been a lot of talk about your efforts, your moves in TUI. Could you tell me a little bit about what you'd like to see happen there?
What we like to see happen there is to make a spin-off or a split-up of the container fleet, making a pure container company, and then do something on the travel side and the hotel side. So,
why do you think that would be better?
I think it's better for everybody, especially from the shipping point of view. It's to have a mix from the travel and hotel business. So I strongly believe that the container, it makes sense for everybody, the management and also the shareholders. So, yeah.
He was born in Oslo, Norway in 1944. His father was a welder. At age 16, he became a welder too. Now, John Fredriksen, the Profiteer, his opportunity came during the Iran-Iraq War. The brutal war lasted 8 years between Saddam Hussein and Ayatollah Khomeini. He made his fortune when his oil tankers picked up oil at great risk but huge profits. Fredriksen was described by his biographer. He was the lifeline to the Ayatollah. By the beginning of the 21st century, he would own about 70 oil tankers and became the oil tanker king. This is a picture of the Fredriksen family, the 2 beautiful and smart twin daughters, and his wife, who died in 2006.
Norway, they call him the Big Wolf. He stays out of the public eye. His métier is the sea. He owns ships, oil platforms, and salmon farms.
Now, part 2, the 5 lessons of Fredriksen. Lesson number 1, I always love the sea.
You mentioned the move towards the offshore and away from bulkers. What are you going to do with your significant bulker order book?
Of course, we still have, but our group is only about 20% in the shipping business. Obviously, we are there to stay in the shipping business because I personally like the shipping business, so you never leave that.
Why do you like the shipping business?
Oh yeah, I'm born with it, so more or less. Since I started when I was 16, 17 years old, I will never let that go.
Lesson 2, secrecy and gray area. He's a profiteer. His nickname is the Big Wolf. In the 1980s, he was caught using heavy oil as bunker fuel, and this was illegal. He paid about $100,000 for fine and about $800,000 for compensation. In the next 20 years, he was involved with a lot of tax dispute with the Norwegian government. Finally, in 2006, abandoned Norwegian citizen and became a Cyprus citizen. Lesson 3, no formal education. He started as a welder at age 16. Amazingly, he self-learned and built 3 industries. The first industries are the oil tankers. Second industry are the oil rigs. And the third industry is salmon farming. Lesson 4, the Oil Rig Debacle. His company is called Seadrill. In 2005, he founded Seadrill. It is a high-tech company.
Because of the various things that are happening when the bank crisis, all the crises, and obviously we like to invest on a low market like this. So
better than other markets you've taken advantage of in the past, perhaps?
Yeah, this is a great opportunity in my opinion. So, of course, it depends on the economic growth of the world more than all the shipping. So,
This is the graph of the stock price of Seadrill from 2005 to 2020. Basically bankrupt now. 2005, he's the Salmon king of the world. Fredricksen maintained his status as the $10 billion man, chiefly thanks to his success in salmon farming in Chile. This is his company, Marine Harvest.
Million per farm, twice the amount allowed in Europe. In Chile, environmental regulations are lax. It's a paradise for investors. Christian Soto is one of 50,000 people employed in the
buceo que realizamos.
John Fredriksen has stated his personal philosophy. Whatever is good for the stockholders is good for the company. What a marine harvest factory in Hjelmeland. Salmon for the world. Chicken of the sea, say gourmets, disparagingly. Business is good. Marine Harvest has a sales volume of 1.5 billion euros.
What have I learned today? Fredricksen is the richest Norwegian billionaire for the past 10 years. He made it despite no formal education, but with hard work, determination, risk-taking, and a profiteering approach. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and leave your questions and comments below. Any Norwegian here? Wishing everyone peace and prosperity.